In this video, I'm going to talk about low calories and why I don't recommend calories under 1300. What's up YouTube fam, and welcome to my channel. My name's Melissa Neal and this channel is all about helping women over the age of 40 transform their bodies, and potentially you can get into the best shape of your life. The reason I don't recommend taking your calories under 1300 calories and going down to things like 1000 calories and 800 calories is your body adjusts to those really low calories, and what can happen is when we go down to those low calories, when we actually come back up, we have become less efficient at burning fat because our bodies have adjusted to those really low calories. And so what can happen is it screws our metabolism, and what we then need to do is build our metabolism back up. I get a lot of questions from women saying should they go down to 1000 calories a day, or that they're actually doing 1000 calories a day. I'm not quite sure how, because I wouldn't be able to live on 1000 calories a day. But some of the things that can happen if we go down to really dangerously low calories like that is it impacts adversely on our hormones, and as older women, as menopausal women and women over the age of 40, it's not a good idea if our hormones go out of balance. And what that can lead to is insulin resistance. It means that we get better at gaining fat, which we don't want. It can affect our hair, so our hair can either start to fall off or break off. It can affect our nails. And then the other thing that can happen, and this happened to me when I went down to 1300 calories, is it just makes us extremely hungry day and night, and then more prone to binge eating, which we can end up undoing all that kind of calorie deficit by binge eating. It can also lead to eating disorder behavior. So when we come back up to say maintenance level calories between 1600 and 2000 calories per day, what will happen is we just start gaining weight, and that's no good for anyone. And I want you to lose weight in a healthy way that is sustainable in the long term, and that's what this channel is about. And you know, going down to 1000 calories, 800 calories, or anything under 1300 calories, it's not sustainable in the long term. And you know what, if you take your calories higher, so you know, I know this because I've been on low calories like 1300 calories, and when I took my calories higher to 1700 calories, I actually lost more weight, because you know, partly because I wasn't binge eating on the weekend, but partly is my body sat much more comfortably at those higher calories, and so I could lose weight. And you know, if you're looking at something like over 1500 calories, that's going to be much more sustainable for you in the long term, and you will see much more success in your weight loss in the long term, because what we want to do is lose weight and then keep it off for good, don't we? And I can completely understand the women that I get messages from and comments on my YouTube channel that say they want to go down to 1000 calories a day, because when you plug in your numbers into one of these calorie calculators, what you will find is, as a sort of extreme weight loss method, and I just plugged in my numbers before making this video to check this out, it was offering me 1000 calories a day. So it's no wonder that people think that this is a good method. If you want to lose weight quickly, that's the amount of calories it offers for somebody like me that's really quite active. So that's actually quite worrying. It comes up with those numbers in a calorie calculator, and something around 1600 or 1700 calories is actually much better, much more sustainable in the long term, which in the long term you're going to find you have much more success with that. And you know, in terms of diet, rather than taking your calories really low, look at taking your protein high. 1 gram of protein for every pound in body weight. So for 140-pound woman, that's 140 grams of protein. Don't take your fats below 40 grams. We need fats as middle-aged women to balance our hormones. And I don't recommend taking your carbohydrates lower than 100 grams. I'm going to talk about my overall strategy of losing weight. And that's firstly building in strength training to your routine and making strength training the priority. Secondly, hit high intensity interval training as your form of cardio 3 times a week for 20 minutes. But if you can't do HIIT, then do walking. And then thirdly, a high protein diet with a healthy balance of carbs and fats and not going below 1300 calories. And if you do hit a plateau, get a bit more cardio in, do something like that, as long as you're making strength training your priority. So I hope you found that video useful. That's my take on why you don't take your calories lower than 1300. And please do comment below if you've got experience of this. I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to give this video the thumbs up and hit the subscribe button and get the bell notifications to get more videos like this as soon as they drop. And you can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram, where I give daily updates and videos on all these kind of topics for weight loss and fitness for women over the age of 40.